Hi everybody, I'm just want to tell you about the global warming. I know from Al Gore time with his inconvenient truth, where he explained, "Oh people, be careful, we are in danger and everything." And then I already know that he's lying to us. He is a member of the Illuminati. So they will tell anything to you to tell you what is right and what is wrong, and you must fall in for their stories, their lies, and then Greta Thunberg, she become famous. How dare you? Now, this pissed me off. So I decided to make my own video and tell you what is the real cause of global warming. Okay, let me start with the greenhouse effect, the greenhouse gas that caused by carbon dioxide, CO2. 65% of this came from fossil fuel and industrial processes. Then another carbon dioxide that come from forestry, land, trees, whatever is 11%. And then methane gas is 16%, and nitrous oxide is 6%, and then there's 2% of many other gases that is cause the global warming. So let me take the CO2. If I take that 65% and 11%, that give me then 76% of the greenhouse effect is caused by CO2. And that is not true. Now they use different excuses, different stories, reasons why they said the global warming is here. The temperature over the land is increased, the humidity is increased, the temperature over the ocean is increased, the air temperature near the surface of the troposphere is increased, the sea surface is increased, the sea level is increased, the tree line shifting polewards and upwards is increased, species migrating polewards and upwards increased, the ocean heat content is increased, the ice sheet is decreased, the sea ice decreased, spring coming earlier, the snow cover is decreased, and glacier is decreased. So that is what they use to tell us about the global warming. Okay, then they tell us about 1.5%, 1.5 Celsius degree, again 2 degrees Celsius global warming. The extreme weather is 100% increase in flood risk, and then the, on the 2% Celsius is 170%. Then species on 1.5 Celsius degrees Celsius, 6% of insects, 8% of plants, and 4% of vertebrate will be affected. And on 2%, 18% of the insect, 16% of the plant, 8% of the vertebrate Then the water availability, 350 million urban residents exposed to severe drought by 2100 on 1.5 degrees Celsius, and then 410 million urban residents exposed to the severe drought by 2100. And the Arctic sea ice will be have least ice every 100 years, on 1.5, and on 2.5 every 10 years. And 9% of the world population, that is about 700 million people, will be exposed to extreme heat wave at least once every 20 years. That is on 1.5. And then 28% of the world population, that 2 billion, will be exposed to extreme heat wave at least once every 20 years. The sea level rise, 46 million people will be impacted by the sea level rise of 48 centimeter by 2100, and on 2 degrees Celsius, 49 million people will be impacted. And then the oceans, the ecological system will decrease. The cost will have impact on us, and the food will have impact on us. So that is what I said, what will happen. And then the climate change is real and will affect us all. And 22% said that, no, sorry, 60% say that climate change is a serious problem. 22% said no, 9% said it's not really serious, and 1% said don't know. Then 70% think the world climate change is undergoing, that will cause more extreme weather patterns and the rise of the sea level. 8% said don't know, 22% said climate change is not happening. 55% say yes, the sea level will rise, will have a great impact on the environment. 20% said a little impact, 21% said no impact. Then 34% believe that is caused by human activities, natural changes. 27% said is mostly caused by human activities, and 8% said is natural change by the environment. 62% believe the sea level will rise, and 24% no, maybe not sure. So there's many journals, newspapers, television news, everywhere. They discuss what will happen to us, or how it will affect to us in economy wise and environmental wise, whatever. Okay, but United Nations have said that CO2 is cause global warming, but there was a report in 1996, and two statements were deleted from the final draft. The one was None of the studies cited above has shown clear evidence that we can attribute the observed climate change to increase in greenhouse gases. The second one was no study to date has positively attributed all or part of the climate change to man-made causes. So they lie to us. Then carbon dioxide is a pollutant. It's not really true. I mean, in the air that we live in is 80% is nitrogen that form our atmosphere. We cannot live 100% in nitrogen. So carbon dioxide is not more pollutant than nitrogen. The CO2 is essential for life on Earth. Uh, the plant needs it so they can create oxygen. So the more CO2 there is, the more the plant will grow and faster. More plant we will have then more oxygen, which is good for us. Now, the other thing about the greenhouse effect is that the oceans give off 96% CO2, and the human make or is the cause of only 3% of the CO2 that we have in the air. So, hi now, are the human really the problem? Are they the cause of the CO2? 3%? While the ocean give off 96% CO2. So which one is true? The global warming, the temperature are rising very fast, very scary, but the average ground station reading that show us a mild warming of 0.6 to 0.8 degrees Celsius over the last 100 years. So where are they getting the 1.5 and the 2.5 degrees Celsius? The other story said it was never hot in the past like that we are now. It's also a lie. A few hundred years ago, we have in Greenland where there was farming on Greenland. The Viking, the Swedes, and the Norwegian people, there was farming on Greenland a few hundred years ago. So was it never hot? The temperatures all through the ages go up and down, up and down. All this lie is a political goal that the one world order set up to make us afraid, make us fear for what is coming, to manipulate us. And in the glaciers also, they come and go. On that part of the earth, the glaciers is getting lesser. But meantime, on the other spot, on the other side of the earth, on other place, they increase. So they lie to us. The other thing about the global warming is they bring in the carbon tax, the petrol duty, and all different kinds of tax they bring in. They use the global warming as an excuse to tell us we must pay tax for this, we must pay tax for this. Where does that money go? It's not going back to the people for their advance. No, it's pocket money for the politicians, for the elite. And then they also lied to us about that nearly all the scientists agree that global warming is a fact, is true, but it's vice versa. Most of the scientists disagree with global warming. That's it. And then we have, so I want to use this uh, world globe that is showing us is America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, there's Australia. So what I'm going to tell you is that we have uh, different kinds of layers. We have troposphere that is about 12 kilometers above the earth. 12 kilometers is very late, very small, very. Then the next one is stratosphere, and that is about 50 kilometers. Now 50 kilometers also there, very thin. And then we have the mesosphere. It's all, it is 80 kilometers. 80 kilometers. Then we have the thermosphere. That is also 320 kilometers. And that's also there. Then we have the Van Allen belt. Van Allen belt is about 40,000 kilometers. So we know around the earth, plus minus, I'm not 100%. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a professor. I'm not a specialist. I just tell you what is in my mind, plus minus. 40,000 kilometers will be something there. You can't see it on the video. The Van Allen belt is protecting us from the sun rays, from the ultraviolet rays, all different meteorites, and all anything that is coming to the earth. By the time it comes to the earth, it burns out in that atmosphere. It's, it's very small, not big. Okay, then the sun rays came in and go through the atmosphere, and then on the top, that is the mesosphere, 50% of the rays is reflecting away. 19% will be absorbed in the atmosphere, and 51% will be absorbed. Okay, let me make sure. It's 100%. When it comes to the atmosphere, 50% is reflected away, so the other 50% go in. Now, in that 50% is 19% will be absorbed in the atmosphere, and 51% will be absorbed at the surface of the earth, and then 45% will be reflect from the earth. So also the infrared, the heat, not everything go to the earth. So yeah, and then all the different rays, waves, that is gamma rays, it's the X-rays, ultraviolet, infrared, microwave, radio, and any longer wave that we can get. So the gamma rays and the X-rays and a part of the ultraviolet is being reflected by thermosphere layer and the mesosphere layer. The thermosphere layer is where the aurora is, the aurora borealis and the aurora australis. And then at the mesosphere, that is where the meteorite is burned out. And then at the stratosphere, that is about 20 kilometers from the Earth. It's not here, it's there. That's how thick the layer is of the atmosphere. That is where the ozone is, and the ozone is protecting us from a lot of things that it came from outside. And then we have the troposphere, that is where the weather is, the clouds, the thunder, snow, whatever. And then the visible wave is the light, the colors. Because there's no light, everything is black. That come through and make contact with the earth. And that's what we see here, the green tree, the blue river, the brown mountain, the yellow desert is coming from that visible ray, the light ray. Then we get infrared. Some of it come make contact with the earth. Some of it will stop at the stratosphere and at the mesosphere. Then we have the microwave that came from outside. It top. It top there. It doesn't go through. Then we have radio wave. A part of the microwave come through, but not all. Then the same with the radio wave. It come through. And then, yeah. So that is what the atmosphere is made of and what is the function of the atmosphere. Okay. So now I want to explain to you. I have told you that global warming caused by CO2 is a lie. Okay. So let me check the electromagnetic field, the electromagnetic radiation. Okay, so we have different waves. Is electric waves, is radio wave, is infrared wave, is ultraviolet, the X-ray, the gamma ray, and then the cosmic rays. Now all these rays have a wave. Okay, so we can say the characteristic of wave is it reflects, it's a refractant, diffractant, interference, polarization, but it's not important now. I'm focused on the different waves. Okay, so the electric wave have a long wave, and the same with the radio wave. It's a long wave. Now, from here, there's a line. From here, it goes down and go up. So from where it starts, go down, up. That is one wave. Okay? So the electrical wave and the radio wave from here to there is long as Empire State Buildings, One World Trade Center, One World, no? One World, Illuminati. Okay. Then the infrared wave is become shorter, so it might be like this. And then the ultraviolet is like this, and the gamma ray is so the radio wave, the electrical wave is a very long wave, while the gamma rays and the X rays is a very and the cosmic rays is a very very short wave. Okay, then let me check. Let me compare. The radio wave can be long as Empire State Building, and then between the microwave and the radio wave, that wave is maybe as long as 6 feet for one wave. Now remember, from here to there, that is one wave. So between microwave and radio wave, that wave length can be as long 6 feet plus minus. Then a microwave is maybe the line. The microwave is the butterfly is about that size. So that is the microwave. Okay. Infrared wave is like a pinprick of a needle. A pinprick of a needle is one wave. That's infrared. The visible wave that we see, the light, it may be a bit like bacteria. And the ultraviolet light is big as a molecule, and the X-ray wave is big as atom, and the gamma ray is big as atomic nucleus. So yeah, the longer the wave is, the cooler is the temperature. The shorter the wave is, hotter is the temperature. So the electro waves and the radio waves, they is not hot. Then the microwaves become hotter, and then we have the visible waves, and then the X-ray, the ultraviolet, the gamma ray is very, very hot. They can go up to 10 million degrees Celsius, something like that. Oh well. Now the surface of the sun is about 6,000 Kelvin. Okay, so yeah, now the electromagnetic, we can call it a different name like the microwave can be called super high frequency. The radio frequency can be a low frequency, can be a medium frequency, can be a high frequency, can be a very high frequency or ultra high frequency. While the radio wave can be super, uh, very low frequency and extreme low frequency and super extreme low frequency. While the gamma rays and the ultraviolet, they can be called uh, super high frequency and extreme high frequency. They are measured in hertz. So the radio frequency can be measured from 30 kilohertz to 3 gigahertz. And the microwave is measured from 3 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. Okay, so remember that 3 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. And it's called super high frequency, and 300 300 gigahertz is called extreme high frequency. Okay, so the sun is the visible light is extreme after extreme high frequency. So yeah, then so we have all these different kinds of frequencies. So it doesn't matter is it microwave, is it radio wave, is it gamma ray wave, is it X-ray wave, is it doesn't matter what wave. Like I said to you, the radio wave from here to there can be as long as a Eiffel Tower or Empire State Building, while the gamma rays and the X-rays can be small as atom molecules. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, the whole Earth is covered by different kinds of wave, and we have seen that the smaller the wave become, the hotter it is. Okay. So what happens if you put your hand in a microwave and you switch on? You will cook your hand. You will burn it. Microwave oven that we use to heat up a cup of coffee or a plate of food or cook food is microwave now. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you now, I have here a wrap, plastic wrap, very thin, and everything that I tell you what is what, we will say that is one layer, or maybe we can say it's a cloud of layer that is covered the earth. Okay. In 1837, the telegraph was invented, and in 1866 was the first transatlantic telegraph cable laid down, so Europe and America could talk to each other. And in 1876 is telephone was invented, and 1878 was the first hydro power station. And then in 2016, 1,210 gigawatt power was generated from all the hydropower all over the world. The sum total that there is 45,000 hydroelectrical stations that generate electrical, and currently it supply or generate 3,500 gigawatt per hour electricity. And we know electricity have electromagnetic radiation or electromagnetic field. All right. So this one layer I'm going to put on is all the electromagnetic radiations that is give off by the hydropower station is the first layer we can see. Okay. Now the second one is the first coal power was set up in 1882, and currently we have over 2,425 coal power stations that generate 2,000 gigawatt per hour. Okay, so that is also give off uh, electromagnetic field or electromagnetic radiation. So that's another layer of radiation that we have here that we live with everywhere we go, at home, where we work, at office, factories. We are blasted with radiation, electrical or electromagnetic radiation. I'm not talking about the sun and the microwave. I'm talking now about electromagnetic radiation. Okay. The smart meter that is being installed, currently there is about 665 million smart meter in the world, and they reckon by 2024 there will be 1 billion smart meters. A smart meter is a very bad thing to have in your house. It is making people sick. People getting sick of that smart meter. Uh, it's affecting our immunity system. Is affecting our cells. Uh, I believe that these electromagnetic radiation, now the microwave radiation, is the biggest cause of cancer. That's what I believe. So this one is the smart meter, another layer, another cloud that is over us here. Okay. And then radio was invented in 1898, and in 1918 the radio was broadcasting for the first time. Today we have 44,000 radio stations that covering 70% of the population over the world. So that's another radio wave radiation. And what we know, that the radiation is generate heat, okay, all the time. We know that the electromagnetic uh, radiation generate heat. So there's another layer of heat. So we have so far 6 layers of heat that generate heat that is getting hot. So we build up heat all the time. Okay, then we have the first aeroplane was invented by the Wright brothers. More aeroplanes, but the first flight around the world was in 1924, and there is now currently today up to date only military airplanes and big airplanes. I'm not talking about the small Cessna, the 2-seater or the 4-seater. I'm talking about big airplanes. There are currently over 39,000 airplanes in the world. And each of that airplane is using radar to see where they are going, and they use communication system to talk to each other. And what is using? Radio wave and microwave. So that's another layer of uh, waves that generate heat. But slowly, but sure, the world is getting hot, hotter. With every new invention, with every new processing, factories, whatever we build that generate electricity, communication, we use microwave. The more we put in and install it in and use it, more heat is being generated. So the world is slowly but sure getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Okay, then we have television, was invented in 1941, and today there are over 1.7 billion television that is used. And televisions need radio wave, microwave for sending the signal and receiving the signal digitally and analogically. So that's another layer of heat that is created and that is here. We can't see it, we can't feel it, but we get sick. People are dying of all these microwaves that is moving around us. People are dying of all the electromagnetic radiations. So we have now here 9 layer, 9 layers. So there's now the 10th one, a microwave oven, where you heat up your food, where you heat up a cup of coffee, whatever. There is about 95 million microwaves that been using only in USA, and 30 million microwave is being sold every year. That is the last year figure. And microwave, and it's another layer of microwave generated by all the microwave ovens in our houses, in the restaurants, cafeterias, everywhere, hotel. So the layer become thicker and thicker and thicker. Yeah. So where are we going? So now the next one is the first nuclear power station, was set up in 1954, and they supply electrical power. There's about 440 nuclear power stations, and they supply 2,500 terawatt per hour electricity. Yeah, more electromagnetic radiation. So the earth is getting hotter and hotter. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's not CO2. It's all these waves. All these waves. The microwave, the microwave, the electromagnetic wave, the radio wave, then the waves we receive from the sun. What I think, we receive more heat from all these waves here than what we receive from the sun. Okay. Then we have radios, Walkman, all that kind of stuff, iPods, we listen music. So what's happening? The radio wave, the microwave, sending signals, receiving signals, and there is about 250 million radio has been sold in 1998, and there is currently 5 billion listeners, and there is 44,000 radio stations over the world. So signals is being sending and receiving. What signals? Radio signals, radio waves and microwave signals. So another layer. Generate more heat. Generate more heat. And that's that. So the earth is getting hotter. It's not caused by CO2. CO2 is only a gas, a good gas. The more CO2 we have, the more plants will grow faster. More plants and trees we have, the more oxygen we have, which is very good for us. It's not CO2. Oh well, you can decide it. Right. Then the first satellite was sent up in 1957, and there is currently about 9,000 satellites. Just outside the about 120 kilometers from the Earth, and that is still there. There is 120 kilometers from the Earth up to 300, 400 kilometers, and that is where the satellite is moving. So there are over 9,000 satellites, and what is satellite doing? Send off, receive, radio wave, microwave. So another layer of heat is creating a cloud that we cannot see, but it's there, it's here. More and more microwave, more and more radio wave, more and more electromagnetic radiation given off, making us sick. Not CO2, not CO2. Okay, another one. Another one. Then we have the internet. It started in 1969, and today we have 4.3 billion users, internet users. And internet is either wireless or cable, and if it is cable, so it is sending through a copper cable that generate heat, and if it's wireless, then it is a microwave, and so there's another cloud of waves that is covering the whole earth, and the earth is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Okay, then we have cell phone was invented in 1986, and then the first generation of cell phone, the 1G, was in 1979, something like that, and they can only do voice. They put up towers, cell phone towers, all over the countries, all over the world. So what happened? Microwave signals, radio wave signals sent and received, and it's spread over the whole world. And we know that microwave is creating heat. We know electromagnetic field is creating heat. We know radio wave is creating heat. So there's another layer of heat that is covering the earth. And that is also maybe the time when Greta Thunberg was born, maybe a little bit later. Uh, they love all this new technology. And then she tell me, how dare you? Well, then we have internet, 1988. Internet need electricity because PC work with electricity. So what happened? More electromagnetic waves, creating more heat, and there is probably 4 billion, no, not maybe 3 billion users of internet. So more heat is creating. The earth is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And all the electromagnetic radiation make people sick. More and more people get cancer. More and more people immunity system is getting down and falling down. And more diabetes, and so on and so on. CO2 is not a bad one. CO2 is a very good thing for us. CO2 never ever was the cause of global warming. All these radiations, all these waves, that is the cause of global warming. Right, then we have 2G, cell phone technology. You can call, you can send SMS, and they put up more towers. More towers mean more power, more electromagnetic radiation. More towers mean more microwave for sending and receiving signals. And we know for how many times now, we know that microwave create heat, electromagnetic field create heat, and there is another layer of heat that is covering the earth. And that's that. Global warming is caused by all the microwaves that we're sending around the world for communication, for television, for signal, for radars, electromagnetic radiation coming from the power station. Doesn't matter what power station. that make electricity for us. So we can have light in our home, light in the tree. We can work with PC and we can work with many things. Factories run on electricity. Okay, so more and more heat is being created by the next one, 3G, 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 and that's where 3 gigahertz came from. That is what they use. The frequency is 3 gigahertz. Now you can phone, you can send SMS, you can WhatsApp, you can send pictures. Um, if I remember right, no, it's G4. G4 is the next generation, or 4G is the next generation of mobile phone. And there you can send documents, you can send videos, you can download videos, you can upload videos. So more towers for the G. They never took off the G3 technology from the towers. They never took off G2 technology. It's still here. It's still in use. So that layer is getting very, very thick now. So that means the earth is getting hotter and hotter. That is what I call the cause of the global warming. Then in 2002, smartphones is invented, and currently there is 3.9 billion users of smartphones and 3.9 billion mobile internet users. Now, I get the last one here. That is 5G. 5G used between 30 gigahertz up to 300 gigahertz frequency to make it work. But the earth is already very hot by all these electromagnetic field, all these microwave field radiation is already hot. The earth is hot. And now they're claiming the sea level is rising, the ice on the mountain is melting, the ice glacier is melting, and. But that is not a problem. It is caused by CO2. But that is a lie. So now we put one G5, 5G technology that is start this year and will be in full run next year. Everybody wants 5G technology because you can do anything, everything with 5G technology. But the earth will next year or the year after, the earth will be so hot, but people want the technology. People need the technology. But they are stupid to think that it's not CO2, but it's all these electromagnetic fields, radiation, all these microwave radiation, and the radio waves radiation that is created so we can have all these nice luxuries. We have light in our house, we have cars, we can drive, we can fly, we can watch television. Yeah, I don't have television in my home. I hate television. It's evil. I also not like microwave oven. I also hate cell phones. But for my wife, I use it so that she can contact me if she have problem. So it's up to you to decide it. Is CO2 the cause of global warming, or is all these magnetic, electromagnetic radiation, all these radio waves, radiations, all the microwave radiations is a cause of the global warming. So Greta Thunberg, go back to school. You need to grow up like a little girl, normal life. Don't do what your daddy and mommy tell you. That is the truth, not CO2. Okay.